Hello, everyone. This is syntax. We did cover syntax in the previous lecture, but now we are going to talk about some things in detail just to make sure you understand the terms in syntax واللي نقصد فيها ايش يا شباب اللي هي يعني انواع الكلام or what, parts of speech. Okay, you can see here parts of speech. Just put an arrow, the pointer just to make it clear. So parts of speech. Okay, أنواع الكلام. So you know it's going funny, but anyhow, all right, not a good, not a good way. Anyhow, so let's go to parts of speech. We have nouns and asma. It's an easy one. You can see when you talk about people, objects, people like a boy, objects like a backpack, a chair. Okay, or creatures like dogs, animals in general, places like school, qualities like roughness, kindness, honesty, or qualities, phenomena like earthquake, lightning, things like that. Or we talk about love, abstract ideas. So any name in general is a noun. Okay? اسم أسماء زي ما نسويها بالعربي. Articles, there are three. We have three articles. Okay? We use them to specify or classify things. So an apple, a banana, an apple, or the apple when you already know the thing. So I'll take the apple. If I ask you, would you like a banana or an apple? You would say, I would like the apple, or I want to take the apple. هذا الارتكل عارفين ايش شباب انتم. Adjectives, صفات. Usually these come with, of course, well, say not usually, but most of the time it's going to be with nouns or describing nouns. Okay, so like happy or happy people, large objects, a strange experience. Okay, صفة. يجي قبل الصفة بعض الأحيان article. So remember, when we have a noun, we can have an adjective before it, and also we can have an article or something like an article. We'll come to this very soon. Verbs, okay, when we talk about actions, different variety of actions. So like go and walk, or states. شو معنى states؟ يعني حالة. You can say I am sick. What's your state? You're sick. أنت مريض تعبان. مش حالك أنت مريض. I am happy. I am happy. You are happy. The verb to be. Or you can say I have something. I have a disease. I have a sickness. نفس الشيء تعتبر state أو حالة. وهذا المثال موجود. Adverbs, when we talk adverbs, we say it in Arabic, it's حال, right? حال. But حال, when you talk about حال, we're talking about describing an action in general. حالك في فعل الأكشن. So, an example would be walking slowly. Or the time, when we talk about yesterday, is also an adverb. Okay? Some adverbs like really and very. How do you use these? أغلبكم يعرف. You can say I am very good in English, or I am really excellent in computers. That's an example. So really and very can modify or add information or give information about adjectives or adverbs. يعني adverbs هذه البسيطة ذي نقدر نضيفها لإيش؟ لبعض الصفات. You can, this is very dark, this is very slow. أو you can say he is walking very slowly. Same thing. الحين أنت وصفت إيش حال آخر. So adverbs ممكن تصف حال آخر, another adverb or an adjective, or sometimes gives information about the action, as you can see here. Let's go to prepositions اللي هي ظروف المكان والزمان, whatever you wanna make it as simple. We have at, in, on, near, with, without. These are usually with noun phrases. Okay, let's see. So it's what's the time? It's at 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock. الساعة 5. place on the table على الطاولة. Noun same thing. Near the window قريب من الويندو. طبعا جيت أتكلم عن الوقت at in at طبعا days in on days or in months if you want to talk about time. And if you want to talk about places, on the table, near the window, across the street, نفس المعنى. Okay, so they come with a noun phrase. Other connections like with a knife, مع سكين, without a thought, بدون فكرة. That's an example as well. Okay, so these are prepositions and they are usually with noun phrases. يعني ما تقول I am on holiday أنا في عطلة صح ولا لا؟ on holiday في عطلة. pronouns اللي هي ايش؟ الضمائر. الضمائر هذه ايش فائدتها الضمائر؟ دائما إذا قلت أحمد يسافر مع أهله. أحمد travels with his family. If you want to specify or give more, or let's say you don't want to specify, you want to add information, you want to add another sentence, you would say he, right? When you talk about he, you mean Ahmed. So it is in place of nouns. So we use it in place of nouns, to replace nouns. لأنها تعود referring to people or things that are already known. She talks to herself. What's herself? تتكلم مع نفسها. Herself هي نفسها she صح ولا لا؟ يعود على نفسها. They said it belonged to you. هم ناس تعرفهم قالوا أنها تعود إليك أو تبعك. Okay? So pronouns we can use them instead of nouns. And this is really important when we analyze sentences in syntax. طبعا جينا يعني نحلل الجمل في syntax وش بيصير؟ بنعرف ان مرات نقدر نستخدم البروناون اللي هو الضمير بدال ايش؟ الاسم خلاص. فنقول noun phrase, right? Pronoun, and that's it. Most of you maybe have some background about this. Conjunctions, maybe that's a new thing. Conjunctions like and, but, because, when. Okay? هذه الأشياء we use them to make connections. You know connections? Yes, connections between or relationships between events. يعني Chantel's husband was so sweet and he helped and أضفنا جملة ثانية. That's a conjunction. You can talk about several things. For example, I want apple, orange, pears and a banana. تجي زي كذا برضو هذه and تعتبر conjunction لكن تحليلها بيختلف شوي. لكن احنا نتكلم عن connections between sentences in general. Okay? Parts of speech. We talked about articles. Remember articles? وش الارتكل؟ The, صح? The very new building, right? The is the article. Very is an adverb. An adverb describes the new. New is an adjective. The adjective describes the building. The very new building. وهذا تحليل الكلمات. Okay? لكن هذه determiners or articles, some people say determiners because we have something similar to an article. And I'll give you an example. So if you talk about articles, we know the basic ones, a, an, and that. These are articles, right? These are determiners. They determine the person. يعني specify the person نكرة ولا معرف. هذه بدايتها. لكن sometimes we have what? Something like it. This is demonstrative. You know demonstrate? يوضح. Demonstratives, they are articles as well, but we call them determiners instead. Like this, هذا الطفل, this boy, this red apple, this white car, that house, these shoes, those houses. يجي يتكلم عن جمع. Okay, القريب these, those البعيد. هذه يسموها demonstratives لأنك تأشر دائما تستخدمها at least when you talk. وهذه نفس الارticles وتحل محل articles, so we call them determiners. Determiners. Okay? Another one which is like a determiner, we call it, or it is also determiners, we call them possessive pronouns. ما هي بالضمائر العادية لكن if I ask you this is the car, okay, I'll show you this car. So this is the car. This car is good. نفس المعنى. You can say my car, right? You can say my car. When you say my, you specify it, you determine it to us as it's your car. فعرفتها انها حقك. You can say my car. Okay? هذه برضه نسميها determiner. وأيضا عندنا numbers. When we talk about numbers, it's the same thing. You can say one red apple, two red apples, some red apple, okay, any red apple, نفس المعنى. هذه تعتبر numbers called determiners. Okay, I think we might stop to this because I want you to focus on these as to understand the differences between them. أبغاك تفهم الفروقات بينهم أول شيء قبل ما نسوي التحليل. Okay, so when you go back, we have parts of speech, we have nouns, أسماء, articles, وبرضو منها إيش؟ determiners. So we'll go back, write this as also between brackets. We call this determiners. I'll highlight it with, let's say, orange, just to make you remember them. Okay? Or you know what? Same thing. We'll make it yellow and change the verbs to a different color just to make you focused. Alright? I'll make this orange instead. Alright. Great. Okay. طيب بعدها adjectives. وش الadjective؟ صفات واضحة. happy سعيد large كبير strange. Okay. لا تنسى when we talk the older guy. Remember تذكرون morphology يوم قلنا older guy older الأكبر بس برضو لا زالت adjectives don't forget it might be in the test. Okay. Verbs are words. عرفنا verbs. We talk about actions. Go, talk, or states. Is, are, am, was, were. ماضي. Been. نفس الشيء. Have states. When you say I have a sore throat. لدي كذا. معنى state. عندك شيء معين. Adverbs قلنا الحال. وش سالفة الحال؟ تصف إيش؟ مرات تصف الأكشن. So let's make it like this. طيب. Highlight this to make it clear. So adverbs. So provides more information about actions. كده أحسن. Okay. Some adverbs like really. Okay. هذه. نخلي دي white instead blank. Maybe better. Okay. Very. They give more or modify information. تعطي معلومات إضافية. Okay. تعطي معلومات إضافية. So عندنا إيش؟ أشياء عادية مثل slowly, yesterday, typically, that's an adverb, typically, هكذا. Okay. وبرضه ممكن really, very, pretty, etc. Okay. خلينا طبعا في part of speech chapter 7 لكن كذا للتوضيح لكم يا شباب. Okay. As we said, we have also prepositions in, on, at, near, with, without. وش سالفتها؟ تتكلم عن التايم. When we talk about time, see it here. Let's internalize time, right? Place, right? Or other connections with, without, مع, بدون, وهكذا. Okay? Involving actions and things, of course, but also it always goes with a noun. Don't forget that. Pronouns, الضمائر, she, herself, they, it. وش سالفتها هذه دائما تستخدم بدلا من الnoun phrases بدل الأسماء. اوكي بدلا من الأسماء. عندك conjunctions اللي هي ذوات يعني نسميها تذكرون الفانكشنال words الفانكشنال free لك free functional so free functional morphemes like and but because هذه اللي محدودة في اللغة هذه conjunctions. اوكي هذه شو نستخدم له؟ نستخدم نسوي connections between things. okay, sentences and events. Alright, هذه conjunctions. okay. عند determiners قلنا هذه determiners نخليها yellow so we can go back and see it, and then articles and other things. Let's see the other things. Okay, articles, demonstrators like this اسمها الإشارة. ما يجي تتكلم عن نفسك يعني possessive pronouns ضمائر ملكية هذه تعتبر determinants. okay, one أرقام و some زي الأرقام quantity فهذه برضو نسميها determinants. okay, hopefully this is quite intense, so please listen once, twice, 3 times until you understand it, because it's going to be in the test. Okay guys, good luck and hopefully all of you do well in the test.